Here we go. Here we go. That's all right, guys. Here we go. First short. Here we go. Earlier today, Sony's in a pickle right now, guys. Microsoft Series S is the all digital. On Series S, all digital console for me. I know they wanted to say you're a fanboy, and know too much all this wisdom and all that. And then I said, well, a fanboy has been calling out Sony because Sony needs to be called out right now. Hayden Hurst and the agency they're working at, they're taking some serious heat. And knowing it wasn't CEOs, it was CFOs and COOs. And knowing that they're struggling to even get games coming out for far as first party is concerned, that's not good for Sony right now. They're putting all the games to PC now. Microsoft Series, that's all that is the console for me now. So where I'll be able to get the retro games, Call of Duty World War II, the retro games, all the backwards compatible Xbox 360 retro games, all the free to plays. Because Microsoft Series S all has a lot of free to plays. Get the boxing game as well. Get Capcom for Street Fighter is concerned. Then get the Ultra Street Fighter 4 upgrade add-on as well for that game. Super Street Fighter 4 arcade. I had to get the Ultra Street Fighter 4 add-on again. Add-on, pretty much, and get all the backwards compatible retro games and get Borderlands. Again, I was playing the most Titan one as a one-shot adventure game. All the retros I was playing pretty much. Free plays, yeah, you get down there. Here we go. Yeah, well, I said today on if I'm on, all this wisdom, I can't stand it. I said, well, Sony needs to be called out right now because Sony is in trouble right now. They don't got no first parties. I ain't trying to tell you that, they don't as well. They don't got no first parties. All they got second and third parties in retro games. In the games, in your favorite games you obviously play, obviously. They already know about Resident Evil 9 coming out, Resident Evil 9, 10, and 11. The 9, 10, 11, that's going to be remade. Also, Resident Evil 12, I think it's going to start at 12 because it's gotten this far. Because we're about 5, Resident Evil 5 remake, 6 remake, 7 Biohazard remake, 8 Village remake, Crow Broncos remake, Resident Evil 0 remake, Resident Evil 1 remake. But yeah. In Tekken 9 and Tekken Tag Team Tournament, which comes up, Tekken 9 and Tekken Tag Team Tournament 3, which comes next year, what I call shit, Junk is on my mind. Junk is all nostalgic with Ray Mitchell on nostalgic, and Jink is all nostalgic, and Ray Mitchell on nostalgic. But yeah, that's all they got right now. Sony is dry for the rest of the year going forward, guys. No joke, no joke. I don't do want to say family. I don't do want to say a typical family. So, well, typical family just calling out Sony most of last year and most of this year because Microsoft's eating good right now. Sony is doing an all power struggle. Indeed, man. Get back to the clip, anyways. Back to the clip. So Sony's in trouble. I told you this. Also, I was watching my clips pretty much. I told a lot of people Sony is a dumpster fire. They're a disaster. Why would I go back to Sony when I can just switch to Microsoft? Like I said, I've been on Sony for my entire lifetime. I need to be on Microsoft now. Seriously, that's all digital. Because it's the console for me, it's the console for me. Alright, get back to the clip anyways. Yeah, Mr. Harada and Mr. Murray are retiring after Tekken 9 and Tekken Tag Team Tournament 3, guys. So it might not be no Tekken 10 unless the two new owners to replace are Mr. Harada and Mr. Murray. Mr. My bill, brain, wait. I already do myself away, brain. Sorry, guys, I was distracted, obviously. Mr. Harada and Mr. Murray are retiring. Because once they made Tekken 9 and Tekken Tag Team Tournament 3, guys, as well, there might not be no Tekken 10 unless the two people that replace Mr. Rama make a Tekken 10 and Tekken 11, pretty much. That's the only way I see it getting to double digits. That was going to be the next thing that got to double digits. That would have been the third thing that got to double digits. Resident Evil was the third, and Tekken was the fourth. As far as the games getting the double digit games. But yeah, it won't happen if they said Tekken 9 and Tekken Tag Team. They're the last ones, pretty much. With Mr. Ryan and Mr. Ray's last hoorah, pretty much unless they get to a Tekken 10 Cause after I see my mom's death, Junker's Summer's death, the readmission instead at the corner out on Tekken now as well with Jenkins all nostalgic and readmission nostalgic. This won't be a fair fight. I question my mom, Jenkins all nostalgic on Tekken 9. End game edition. And take time to when I call out that one as well. Cause that one defied my mom's peak years pretty much by calling my mom Tekken 9. End game edition. Anyways. How they gonna make a PS5 Pro if they don't got no they don't got no first parties? All they got is second parties and third parties and retro games. That's all they got. And that's all they drop for the rest of the year going forward. I know people gonna say Astro's Playroom, but yeah, that was supposed to be a free to play. They're charging $70 for Kick Rocks, and then Concord. I said, well, the Concord is not gonna be able to say PS5. I told you the other games in my previous stream that I made several weeks back. I told you on one of my streams, obviously, several weeks back, that they're gonna the games I mentioned most recently will be the ones that save it pretty much, not Concord and Astro's Playroom, pretty much. That's okay. It's sad for Sony right now because they don't got no first parties. They don't got no first parties. Oh man, it's not good for Sony right now. Hayden Hurst taking some serious heat right now, and if he's not careful, him and the agency are working together pretty much. They could be in serious trouble for sure. For sure, they might be going back to the representative or get fired, which would not be good either. How they gonna make a PS6? They don't got no first parties either. How they gonna make a PS6? They don't got no first parties. It's not good. The first person's not good. Call of Duty. Wow, that Sony is screwed. Sony screwed. It don't make sense. So trouble indeed, man. I'll get back to the next short, pretty much. It's earlier today, 10 hours ago, but yeah. Keep the bull on content this entire generation. Keep the bull on content this entire generation. As shout out to the King David on this as well. On that spot's front line. You dudes make me sick. You dudes make me sick, man. Make me sick, man. I tell you. People that don't buy the games and I buy the games, you don't even play them. I ain't saying the one person that's not here and that's helping. Yeah, you get down there, you get down there. You don't even buy them, I buy them. I'll be buying them for Microsoft. So deal with it. Sony's in the world of trouble right now. Shout out to King David on this too. That's my front line. Weak dudes make me sick. You weak dudes make me sick, man. Make me sick, man. This is sad that a lot of people will say too old to Sony when they can just switch to Microsoft series. That's and play Call of Duty and then variety of games, including the retros, the free to plays, and Call of Duty. That's not the one you get to play, but a lot of people play that. And there's RPGs on Microsoft as well. And if Sony if Sony gets bought by Square Enix by Microsoft, if Microsoft buys Square Enix, Sony's in more trouble. That means they ain't gonna have Final Fantasy, but that's gonna be multi-platform for life. And you know what that means? It means all Final Fantasy will be everywhere, pretty much, not just on Sony only no more now. It's not exclusive to Sony no more now. It's gonna be exclusive on Microsoft once the Gamescom, which comes up soon, but the Gamescom comes up soon. But yeah, you get the idea. Get back to the clip now, obviously. Yep. Monica, I think it lied, but yeah. Y'all weak dudes make me sick. Y'all weak dudes make me sick, man. So sure can. Sony can't catch a break right now. Console wars are over now. So I wanted to do is say the console wars had stumbled on that one. I don't want to do more to say the console wars are not over. So yeah, they are. For Sony, PS5's reached its peak because they don't got no first parties. They don't. Oh, they got second parties, third parties, and retros. And other retros, including platforms and RP. That's all they got. They don't got no games you always want to play. Then Tekken 9, Tekken 10, Tekken 3. I know they don't want those two games. I already know that comes on January next year. I know. But and yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh remake. I already knew they was making Yu-Gi-Oh remakes. That I already knew that was coming. I already knew that was coming. They were making Yu-Gi-Oh remakes for the beginning. Anyways. Microsoft serves as the all Microsoft serves as all do is the console for me because honestly, even my limited storage space, obviously, I still had enough space to throw all my retro games pretty much in the free to play pretty much. But I was able to buy only 6 games for that external hard drive. But I was able to install the free to plays and retros, and then buy all the backwards compatible games with 360 on Microsoft serves as all digital, and make sure I have all the free to plays to play into my advantage. That way I'll be able to finish all these games on multiple Microsoft accounts. But yeah, you get that there. Back to the clip. Sony is absolutely cooked, guys. Here we go. You see my comments right there, guys. You see my comments right there. Sony is sinking. Sony bad boys make me sick right now. That's the words I put in this short right here, as you can see. But yeah, Shout out to King David on Xbox Frontline. We guys make me sick, man. We guys make me sick, man. A lot of people choose the best Microsoft because, like I said, they got all the first parts, the second part, the third one, and because again, they got no games. And I said, well, games are not your cup of tea. Games are not your cup of tea. The same for what it is, because you don't involve the other studios, man. Man, it's not the only thing to play. That's not the only one. There's basketball. There's golf. I play the golf games. I play the football games. Even when it comes to my career, I was with my credit. So, but anyways, also I don't play the basketball games. It's not that I play the win in that game. I do. Just that the game. Nope, just a comment, obviously. But always why I didn't get the basketball game. I mean, I did get NBA 2K20 because that one was just big. NBA 2K20 was too big for my external hard drive. It was too big, storage space wise, which I didn't get it. But otherwise, I'd have been playing it. I'd have played all the games. I played all the sport games pretty much. Just that I don't play that one because that storage game for the storage space is too big, pretty much, even for my internal hard drive. But yeah, you get down there, anyways. I know Joe's gonna say the music, fanboy, huh? You know, all these sources say, well, because like I said, you don't involve the other studio. One, you don't involve this. Two, you shouldn't criticize John when it comes to Capcom. You should only criticize the gameplay, not the game. Well, you can criticize the game, but you should criticize the gameplay because John's already had his start since before Christ. Like I said, he's why John will never lose the Capcom, lose to any of the kids worldwide. I told you. Because he humbles it with no flips either. I told you this. I told you this from the beginning. Even last year, even this year. You can't beat John doing what you're doing. That's too innovative. You gotta be creative with Ken sometimes too, Joseph, as well. You can't just expect to beat John by doing what you're doing. Okay, that's going to lead to your demise. Trust me. It's a lot of salt for you because it's a mental thing. You can't beat him because he knows how to get in your head. Trust me. I've watched John play Capcom long enough where he gets people in a lot of people's heads. He was getting my head, even my turbo pad, playing getting turbo pad on Microsoft. He was getting my head too. But it bothered me? No. But I know that it's John the GOAT? Yes. We all know John is one of the all-time greats, and whether Joe likes that or not. Indeed. I told him on it, don't want this wisdom, indeed. I can't stand it. I said, well, I've been on this been calling out Sony. Most of last year, all of this year too, pun intended as well. Most of this year and all of last year too, because like I said, once ABK went through on Microsoft, and Sony was not going to recover anytime soon. Like I said, Sony is Titanic right now. Hayden Hurst and even with them making Tekken 9 and Tekken 10 Tournament 3, when I called my mom and I started with Jin because I'm nostalgic and Rhea Mitchell nostalgic. But anyway, that's another story for another time. Anyways, like I said, that's all they got. In Borderlands 4 and NBA 2K25 and Tank One Shot Venture, most played the Honey Hall DLC, game and all other one-shot adventure games. Yeah, I already know those coming. I'm getting those still on Microsoft. Yeah, gonna grab those. But anyways, I don't do what I'm saying. Fanboy. I said, you don't do what I said. Well, I don't know what's calling out Sony. You still too old to Sony, man. Because like I said, if you was investigating what's going on, if you know what being about since you defy that of your horoscope and zodiac, you already been calling out Sony like the way I've been calling out Sony right now, most of last year and this year too. So it's not going to be able to recover because they don't got no first parties, and not only that, Sony is in absolute trouble because Hayden Hurst is taking some serious criticism now, and also the agency he's working on taking to the point of by the time Hiroki Kanaki retires, they Sony could have been in more trouble than they are now. They could be an absolute disaster by the time the year is out. By the time the Game of the Year awards come up. But yeah, you get down there, you get down there. What child is the King David on this? King David on that's my front line as well. King David 98%, but I also defy nickname too, 110% right. That weak dudes make me sick. That weak dudes make me sick, man. I know that I know because again say fanboy. I said, well, because I've been calling out. Unlike you, I've been calling out Sony. I called out Microsoft too to some extent, but not for everything that what Sony is dealing with right now. Because Sony had a lot of layoffs. Microsoft had a lot. It would have been 30% for Sony if Jim Ryan had got fired, but instead it led to his retirement. I forced him into retirement, and you know why too? Because I forced it. And like I said, John can remind me is a reliable sources because John can remind me is a reliable source because I know about what's going on with Sony right now, and Sony don't got no pressure. Only guys RPGs, second parties, third parties, and retros, and platforms that almost look similar to retros, and then they got all these other first person, second persons, and third person, first person games. But yeah, like I said, Sony can't catch a break right now. I know damn I'll tell you, fanboy. I said, fanboy, there's a different fanboy. No, there's levels to this, levels to this, DMR there as well. There's levels to this, DMR there as well. Yeah. Make me sick, man. Make me sick, man. They are cut. Sony got nothing coming. And then again, I just mentioned the previous several minutes ago in the stream, obviously. They got no first parties coming, guys. No first parties coming. They could be out of the console industry for good. Seriously. Here we go. Here we go. Another short. Go. Could be at its peak pretty much. I don't think it gets to a PS6. Now, without no first parties, no PS6. You know what we're doing. What the King said, we know that we're going to keep the boo on content this channel. We're going to keep the boo on the content this entire generation. This entire generation. Y'all weak dudes make me sick. Y'all weak dudes make me sick, man. Y'all don't buy the games. And I told my cousin that's not here, obviously, you don't buy the games. I do. You don't play them. You don't involve your other studios. And I say it again. You need to evolve your other studio. You need to evolve. We're in a different era now. We're not in the past no more. This is not 2014, bro. This is 2024 now. I wish to be that age again back in 2014. I wish to be 20 again, but you know, I miss my 20s. But anyways, we're in a different era now. So when you say, cause my cousin again to say, that's why I got no game still. So you did you see the showcase? I saw the showcase. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. Yeah, every game, including the game that John wanted to play, Gears E Day, Gears of War E Day, and Pentiment 33, Pentiment 33, a lot of other games, including Indiana Jones and several other games, and also they also had Metal Gear 3 and 4 remake that John's gonna be playing to on Microsoft soon. That and Gears E Day, and Frozen Horizon 6. I don't know when Battlefield 6 comes out. That's gonna be multi-platform more than likely. But that would be the last. I think Battlefield 6 will be the last one unless it gets to a 7. But I think Battlefield 6 will be the last one. But anyways, Not only is getting the 6, USC 6 is coming out sooner than you think as well. But yeah, get back to the clip anyways. Hayden Hurst is taking some serious heat right now, guys. Serious heat. You see my words right there. Sony is in deep wars while Microsoft is re-rising. Microsoft serves as all digital consoles to console for me, pretty much. Because like I said, I had Sony for 30 years. That era is over now. It's time for me to switch to Microsoft now, so I can start collecting these and start buying them pretty much. Going into the coming weeks and coming weeks going into next month. That drive going on. Cause I gave Henry until August and Capcom to get it right. Otherwise, there's hell to pay Henry on Microsoft as well. I told him, buy Microsoft. You got the money. You had to buy Super Street Fighter 4 again as well, and then you had to get the Ultra Street Fighter 4 upgrade, and then you got to get the cosmetics again. That's the only issue with that. But other than that, nothing else. But I called out Henry too. And one of my, you saw my 30-minute stream. 30 minutes I called out Henry. I called out Henry in this part too as well. So he wants to find innovators instead of creativity. And this is the problem I had with Henry too. He's too toxic. Somebody's going to have to teach him a lesson too as well. But anyways, yeah. Back to the club. Anyways. And they're porting all the games to PC, guys. They're porting all the games to PC, guys, as well. To the point that when the next new game, Cellblade 2, comes out once again, because of that, probably going to be free on PlayStation Plus more than Cellblade. Part of PlayStation Plus Extra and pretty more than likely. And when Cellblade 2, by the time Cellblade 2 comes out, that's going to be ported to PC. And the other Call of Duty, because Call of Duty, like I said, still has Call of Duty you're going to see on Sundays on Microsoft from here on out. And Joe don't have the space to install that game. That game's a whopping 310 gigabytes. Joe don't have the space to install that either. He has to get an internal hard drive, and he ain't going to be able to play that one right away. He's going to be out of space. Because by the time he's mad in 2020, yeah, he'll have the space to install that game, but he ain't going to have the space to install Call of Duty Black Ops 6. It's 300-something gigabytes. And probably all the free updates and then seasons pass, that's going to push it up to 500 gigabytes. And he ain't going to have space to keep that game on his internal hard drive. So yeah, you got that there, you got that. Back to the clip anyways. Hayden Hurst is taking some serious heat right now, guys. The ones I just mentioned in this clip right here too as well. Tekken 9, Tekken Tag Team Tournament 3, what I call my mom Junkers I'm nostalgic with. Ray and Mitchell I'm nostalgic. No, I have to buy two different I'll keep that word clean, but anyways. And Jenkins I'm nostalgic, and Ray Mitchell I call my mom both of those mains. I brought the other mains Tekken 9. I call my mom Junkers I'm nostalgic. Tekken 9 End Game Edition. End Game Edition with shorts that happened years ago. The ultimate payback. On Tekken 9, Tekken 10, I know Demon say more power you. So of course I cried Double J on more power from my aunt that's dead right now on this earth because she defied the Double J. If you know about that character you see in the game in Tekken 8 and Tekken 9, I know Demon say more power you say. So with that power that comes great responsibility. Demon all day as well. Yeah. Trouble. More than you think. Passage. Okay, guys. Here we go. This was earlier today. 24-minute mark, guys, as well. They might go, Hayden Hurst and Witchcom. The agency they're working together might go back to the original position, guys. They're not doing good right now. Sony's not doing good right now. They're in serious trouble. Even with them having the PS3 emulator coming on PS5, would you be able to play Soul Calibur 5, Soul Calibur 4, Soul Calibur Lost, I think it's called Lost Legends or something like that. And like I said, they don't got no first party. Sony is dry. For the rest of the year, other than Tekken 9, Tekken Tag Team Tournament 3, NBA 2K25, Madden 2025, Tiny Tina's One Shot Adventure, the Hunter Hell DLC adventure games. So take these all these game weeks with Grand Salt. Take these all. Skip Amber. Sorry for the distraction, guys. I burnt down this way. Take all these gaming weeks with a grain of salt right now. Take all the most of these games that I just mentioned, counting Borderlands 4, Borderlands 5, Borderlands 6, Tekken 9, Tekken Tag Team Tournament, all the Street Fighter 6 Super Street. So take all the gaming weeks with a grain of salt right now. Take all the gaming weeks with a grain of salt right now. So yeah, that's all they got. But other than that, and the Yu-Gi-Oh remakes and the Resident Evil remakes and the Resident Evil 9, 10 and 11, then those are gonna be remade, and then the Yu-Gi-Oh remakes and Forbidden Memories remake and any other games. So take all the Grand Weeks by Stay with the Ground. Take all the Grand Weeks by Stay with the Grand Assault right now. Yeah, back to the clip anyways. They put most of the games on PC, guys, and that's not good. That's not good. It's good for Sony, but bad for Sony because they can't afford to buy certain studios on one right now. They're in serious trouble right now. Yeah, back to the clip. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. If they don't find two people to replace Hayden Hurst and the agency they're working again right now, Sony could be bankrupt. I'm sorry to say, because Sony trying to buy all these other studios, not gaming studios, but all the other studios, and then they bought one movie studio, and like I said, how they gonna buy movie studios and they can't even afford to buy their own game, port their own games, or make their own games right now? They breaking it. They're making over $300 million. They make it. All these games they're making, they're cracking the $300 million, and that's not sustainable. That's not sustainable. $300 million. That's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Even with their first persons, I almost say first parties, first persons, couldn't their role playing games count in 1 to 5, acting pretty much. $300 million for all certain games are not sustainable. They're not sustainable, man. Like, come on, come on. They could be bankrupt. Sony could be bankrupt, guys. Because last game I brought for Sony was Vanna and Vanquish and Joe Jones One World Console Edition. But other than that, that was it for me. If I was getting some discounts, I was gonna get discounts for Microsoft now because I'm gonna have Game Pass Core soon. Once near the end of July comes around, by the time we back to the console buying, pretty much my aunt's getting me serious as all digital. So that's the console I wanted. This guy install the free to plays, buy the games I was gonna play to put the hours into Yu-Gi-Oh, Call of Duty, World War II, the Batman games, several other games I was going to buy too. Couldn't the backwards compatible 360 game video? You get the idea. You get the idea. So that's all digital for me. Is the console for me right now. Different era now. We're in a different era now. Had Sony for too long now. It's time for me to get Microsoft now. Replay this clip. I was too busy talking, but yeah. They don't find their current some new CEOs. Sony could be out of the console industry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. This is sad. This is sad right now. Yup. Deep indeed, man. Okay, let's get back to the clip. Next short, pretty much. This is as bad as Jim Ryan right now. You see my words right there. Sony, despite the games costing daily, Backer Studios, Microsoft. Don't see the other part of the comment, but you'll see the other part of my short, obviously. They got the PS3 emulator coming. The only issue, it's gonna take some time for they add the PS3 emulator. But yeah, like I said, Sony's in trouble. But Diamante thinks that now, overlooks that now. I know Diamante's saying fanboy and fanboy. I said, well, fanboy has been calling out Sony most of last year, going back to last year, even with AB Kevin and most of this year too. There's levels to this, Diamante. With Child of Doctor 1985. There's levels to this. There's levels to this. There's levels to this. There's levels to this. They can't buy. Sony can't buy no studios. Like I said, and I say it again. They can't buy no studios. They don't have the money. They're broke. And money is tight right now, even with inflation playing a factor in this. And they tried to buy Paramount, and they couldn't even buy Paramount because they didn't have the money to buy Paramount. Paramount's one of the more wealthiest studios of all time, and they can't buy them because Paramount, you had to pay a King's Ransom to buy Paramount, and Sony don't have money, that type of money to get it right now. And they can't buy no other studio. Yeah, they bought a movie studio, but what is that going to make a difference for? They're not going to have the games to even show for it. Because the games that started them was the movies themselves that defied real life choices and choices and consequences. And real life, they're basing the games off of true stories. Told the studios to start the games, the movies itself. Ask me anything when it comes to this. There's levels to this. There's levels to this. Yeah, they're in deep doo doo indeed, man. Another short right here. I'll stop the clip because I'm already at the 31-minute mark. Did a lot of talking in this clip, pretty much. A lot of ranting, pretty much. But yeah, yeah. PS3 is gonna take time, guys. But as you see my words, Sony is in severe trouble with VACA games, etc., etc. You see my other words. You'll see my other words in that short, obviously. But yeah, Sony cannot catch a break right now. Sony cannot catch a break right now. They don't get Lamar to do what Jim Ryan's done before he had his epic demise and downfall. Sony could be out of the console industry. They're not going anywhere as far as the console is concerned. I know a lot of people say the console sales, the console sales. I said, boy. I told my cousin that's how I told him it was in the I know there's always a console sales, the console sales. I said, they need to be quiet with that. You need to be quiet with that. Because honestly, like I said, that you forgetting what consoles that you're forgetting what consoles that's the reason why they're selling PS5 the way they are right now, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4. I know you're going to say that's not true. I said, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. That is true. That is true. Yup, Borderlands 4, NBA 2K25, Tekken 9, Tekken Tag Team Tournament 3, and Game Edition. But you see me call out with Maria Mitchell on the side and Jen Gonzalez on nostalgic, with calling out my mom Jen Gonzalez on nostalgic. Why she did what she did to me in years past and years ago. And it wasn't good for her. It was short child. The ultimate payback, the ultimate payback. Ultimate payback, the ultimate payback. Sony is dry for the rest of the year going forward, even with the Game of the Year awards and the Gamescom moving. And the Sony skipped their fifth straight Gamescom, going back to 2019. They haven't gone to a Gamescom since 2018, almost 6 years since they went back to the game. Microsoft's going to have their Gamescom before the Game of the Year awards come up soon. I'm definitely watching that game because I know Tekken 9 is the Game of the Year. Game of the Year. Game of the decade, per se, because Tekken 6 and Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, Tekken 6 was at its peak. Both 6 and 5 Dark Resurrection. Tekken 5, I had to say that correctly. Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection and Tekken 6 and 5 Dark Resurrection was at its peak. Sony is dry as hell, guys. Dry as hell, guys. They got no first parties, second parties, third parties, retros, RPG retros, and then cyber retros. But yeah, they're going to PC now for sure, for sure. Indeed, man. Just the last short right here. Now I'll stop the clip obviously after the past 30 minutes, pretty much. Hayden Hurst, man, I tell you, you see my words right there. Sony's lack of creativity with all this innovative bullshit is costing Sony dearly, and their lack of games is costing them dearly. So even with them having the PS3 emulator coming up as well, so that way you can play Soul Calibur 5, Soul Calibur 4, Borderlands 2, PS3 version, and Borderlands Game of the Year Edition PS3 version, and all other games put into it. But like I said, Sony can't catch a break right now. Sony's in deep doo doo, deeps indeed, man. They can not get it done right now. Sony is done. They might be out of the console war the way this is going because Nintendo, you know, I'll say Microsoft, Nintendo won the console war because Nintendo Switch has been selling It's 27. They still sell a lot of units still, and even with the Nintendo Switch 2 coming out next year, that's gonna sell a lot of units too, more than PS5 right now. No, dude, Mom said that's not true. I said, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because Nintendo has more exclusive. Nintendo has more exclusive, including all the party games, Mario Party games, all the Zelda games, all the uh, Sonic games. But you had to have a membership yearly to play those games. All the RPGs, including other with the hit show. You gotta get an SD card to install those games. But yeah, they had everything. Mouse said Microsoft and Nintendo won the console. Well, Sony did not win. I know Sony won the console. One said no, they didn't. Because otherwise, it would never let ABK go to Microsoft. So I want to hear that deal all this. Well, there's levels to this, there's levels to this. There's levels to this, there's levels to this. Anyways. They're porting the games to PC as well, which is not good for Sony. Good for Sony, but bad for Sony because obviously their single player games are not sustainable, right? Because they make it, all these games are making it cracking the $300 million mark, and that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Hayden Hurst is struggling right now with the agency that he's working on, struggling now mentally and physically. They can't get it done right now. This could be the end of the console wars, pretty much. Even Matt Booty said it himself. This could be the end of the console wars because I don't got nothing coming. Like I said, Sony is cooked. Sony's cooked. It's reached its profit. It's reached its peak of PS5 and PS4, but no PS6. Keep the boot on keep the boot on Kong's neck this charger. Keep the boot on Kong this. This levels to this. This levels to this. I've been on one that's calling out Sony most of last year and this year, going back to 2022 and years ago. Why is Cousin Ken not talking about this? But you already know why he's not talking about this because you know me and John were 110% right, but you want to say we're wrong, but which we're not. We don't sugarcoat. Don't sugar. Me and John, we don't sugarcoat when it comes to these console wars either. When it comes to console wars, shut it. Hayden Hurst, man, I tell you, he is struggling right now. He don't know what to do. He don't know what to do in this agency or he's working with is struggling right now. Struggling right now. Physically. Serious trouble indeed, man. Alright, guys. It's all my shorts, pretty much. Stop it right there, pretty much. You can follow me everywhere on YouTube. If you like my content, just follow me on Egyptian Queen 2, Boxer Queen 3. That's my nickname under it. Sony Xbox 44, Sony Xbox 7 nickname under it. I'll get back to making my shorts on Cyber London. I haven't made a short on Cyber since a couple months ago. I'll get back to doing that eventually. I'm at 120 shorts on that one too. Just trying to get to 50 subscribers on Cyber London and Sony Xbox so I can give you more content. Obviously, once I get to 50 subscribers, if you can help me get to 50 subscribers on those two accounts too. And the one I already got 50 subscribers on, which I already did, obviously. That would be nice to have keep you with so I can save more pictures and keep the content coming. These bills are very demanding, and make sure you can help me get to 50 subscribers on Simon guys as well. And 50 subscribers on Sunday Xbox 44 and Sunday Xbox 7. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch. Add me on, follow my Twitch accounts as well. Yeah. You follow me everywhere and add me on Facebook as well. Yeah.